Hello, boys and girls. This is Mr. Taylor here with Harley, and we are going to read a story about a dog. It's called Wet Dog. And it's a book I've read a ton and a ton to my own children. It's kind of falling apart here, and I'm hoping all the pages are in here because we lost one page for a little while. But I really like the story. It has a nice cadence. It's almost like a song. It says, trying to help us out here so we could see the picture. It says, he was a good old boy and a. No, I'm sorry. He was a good old dog and a hot old dog as he lay in the noonday sun. And he dozed and he drozed in the beating down sun with his long pink tongue hanging out. Well, that too hot dog and that too hot sun just had to cool off somehow. So he heaved to his feet, and he sniffed the air, and he trotted off down the road. Pat-a-pat, pat-a-pat, pat. And that's when he saw a man washing a car. A long, black, shiny black car. Old Dog stepped in the soft, cool stream till the wet soaked through to his skin. Then he shook and he shook with a happy dog smile, wagging his happy dog tail. Shaky, shake, shake. Shaky, shake, shake. Wet dog, cried the man with the shiny black car. Shoo! Go on now, shoo! Wet Dog smiled his sorry dog smile and wagged his sorry dog tail. Then he flapped his ears and he sniffed the air and he trotted off down the road. Pat-a-pat-pat, pat-a-pat-pat. And that's when he saw a lady washing some pans, some piled high, sticky high pans. Wet Dog stepped in the splash and the suds till the cool flowed down his fur. Then he shook and he shook with a happy dog smile, wagging his happy dog tail. Shaky, shake, shake. Shaky, shake, shake. Wet dog, cried the lady with the sticky high pans. Shoo! Go on now, shoo! What do you think? Wet Dog smiled his sorry dog smile and wagged his sorry dog tail. Then he flapped his ears and he sniffed the air and he trotted off down the road. Pat-a-pat-pat, pat-a-pat-pat. And that's when he saw a lady spraying some blooms, some pale pink, petal pink blooms. Wet Dog stepped in the sparkling spray and the soft mist cooled his face. Then he shook and he shook with a happy dog smile, wagging his happy dog tail. Shaky, shake, shake. Shaky, shake, shake. Wet Dog! My lady voices are very limited. Wet Dog, cried the lady with the petal pink blooms. Shoo! Go on now, shoo! The dog really wants to get wet, doesn't he? Wet Dog smiled his sorry dog smile and wagged his sorry dog tail. Then he flapped his ears and he sniffed the air and he trotted off down the road. Pat-a-pat-pat, pat-a-pat-pat. And that's when he saw some men playing a song, a singy loud, a dancy loud song. Wet Dog stood by the side of the creek, feeling the music rise. Then he danced right into the trickle and the muck with his big soft paws sinking in. And he shook with a happy dog smile, wagging his happy dog tail. Shaky, shake, shake. Shaky, shake, shake. "Wet dog!" cried the men with the dancing loud song. "Shoot! Go on now, shoot!" Wet Dog smiled his sorry dog smile and wagged his sorry dog tail. Then he flapped his ears and he sniffed the air and he trotted off down the road. Pat-a-pat-pat, pat-a-pat-pat. That's when he came to a lake. Now, there. By the shore in the beating down sun were people in fine fancy clothes. There were ladies in curls, men in bow ties, babies in soft flouncy hats. Wet Dog stood by the lake and he looked at the crowd in the too hot sun. See, it looks to be like a wedding or something. Look at that guy. He is sweating now. Then he stepped right in to the shimmery lake. Into the shimmery cool of the too cool lake, and he splished and he splashed in the rippling waves, and he bounced back onto the shore. He was wet to the bone, so he shook and shook, shaky, shake, shake, shaky, shake, shake. "Wet dog!" cried the people in their fancy clothes. "Shoo! Go on now, shoo!" I love that picture of him shaking. But Wet Dog shook with his ears flying fast and his wet fur spraying. And a baby just laughed. She was a fine fancy baby in too hot clothes with the water fresh on her face. She laughed and she laughed, clapping her hands at the Wet Dog. Rain in the air. "More!" cried the baby. "More!" "More!" cried the baby, arms wide open. "More! More, dog, more!" And then it does look like we lost a page, and I can't remember what that page says. But everybody decides that they get into the lake and they say, "Hooray, Wet Dog, hooray!" And that is Mr. Taylor and Hurley. And that is the story Wet Dog. Have a great day. If you want to listen to another story, there's other on the page. And if you want to listen to the story again, just hit redo.